Dear Rasikas, welcome to episode number 37 of our Know Your Song series. Today we are going to witness yet another important composition and of course a beautiful one. So this time we are going to see something from Shri Muthuswamy Dikshatar. As most of us will know, Shri Muthuswamy Dikshatar is also part of the Trinities of Carnatic music to begin with. So along with the likes of our Shri Tyagaraja Swami, who occupies the prime position there, and followed by Shri Shyama Sastri. So what is the speciality of Muthuswamy Dikshatar? So Muthuswamy Dikshatar is a Devi Upasaka. He was a Devi Upasaka, and most of his compositions are upon Devi, goddess Parvati. And just like how we have, Tyagaraja Swami dedicating most of his songs to his Ishta Devata, Bhagwan Sri Rama, Muthuswamy Dikshatar and Shyama Sastri, both these composers among the Trinities, have their Ishta Devatas, favorite deities, as goddess Devi. So this is something which we have to understand, number one. Number two, so the composition which we are taking today to sing is part of a very special package given by Shri Muthuswamy Dikshatar, which is called as Nava-Avarna Kritis. I mean, in colloquial terms, we call them as Nava-Avarna Kritis, but actually it is Nava-Avarna Kritis. So, which means that there are 9 Avarnas of Goddess Devi. So, these 9 songs, the compositions, are dedicated to Devi Kamalaamba of Kamalayam, which is also part of the great grand Tiruvarur temple. Tiruvarur is a place in South Tamil Nadu, from where Muthuswamy Dikshatar hails from. In fact, most of these, Carnatic composers, many of them hail from this particular place. Even, in fact, Tyagaraja Swami also is from Tiruvayar, which is very close to this place. It's not very far, but it's very close. So this is, a very, very important temple for Goddess Devi, because this is also part of the 64 Shakti Pitas of Goddess Devi. So we have a lot of Shakti Pitas in and around India, right? So in that, this Kamalaamba temple, Kamalayam, is also one of the 64 Shakti Pits. So this is point number 2. Point number 3, in this Nava-Avarna Kritis, which is in which all these 9 songs are dedicated to goddess Kamalaamba, Muthuswamy Dikshatar brings out the significance of Sri Yantram. All of us will know if we are Devi Upasakas and if we are, followers of goddess Devi, 2 things are very important. One is the Sri Chakram, and the other one is the Sri Yantram, right? So the Sri Chakram is something which is round in shape, and we have a few connotations attached to that, spiritual connotations. And the Sri Yantram consists of triangles. So there are 9 triangles, right? 4 facing upwards and 5 facing downwards. So the 4 facing upwards, the triangles, so it denotes Shiva, and the 5 down facing triangles denote Shakti. So the Sri Yantram talks about the significance of the union of Shiva and Shakti. So that is why the Sri Yantra is very, very important for Devi Upasakas. And even when we start chanting the Lalita Sahasranama, which is one of the most sacred mantras for Goddess Devi, we first invoke the Sri Yantra and the Sri Chakra in our minds, meditate, and then start chanting the Sahasranama. So this is normally the procedure if we look at the way in which Sri Lalita Sahasranama is chanted. So Muthuswamy Dikshatar, in this composition, and in fact in all these 9 compositions, he talks about 9 different yoginis, which is also part of the Sri Yantra. So 9 different yoginis, right? So he talks about Gupta Yogini, he talks about Kuloktirna Yogini, he talks about Rahasya Yogini, he talks about Ati Rahasya Yogini. So there are so many yoginis which he talks about, and this composition which we are taking today talks about the Gupta Yogini. So if you look at the Charanam in the song, in the composition, there will be a mention called as Gupta Yogini. So the yoginis are different states of the mind and the intellect as we progress towards Goddess Devi and as we invoke the Shri Yantra. So it's a very important song, and it's part of the Nava-Avarna Kritis. And so this Avarnam is actually the second Avarnam. There are 9 Avarnams, like I have mentioned. This is the second Avarnam, the Kriti. So in fact, all these 9 Nava-Avarna Kritis are actually sung during the Navaratri time, which comes during the September-October time period, which ends in the Saraswati Puja and Vijayadashmi, right? So each of these 9 days, one of these 9 Kritis are sung in the order. So the composition that we have selected for today is the second Avarnam, like I have mentioned, which is called as Kamalambam Bhajare, tuned to the Raga Kalyani and tuned to the Talam Rettakalai Aditalam. So let us sit back and invoke the blessings of Devi, and let us listen to this beautiful composition. Kamalambam Bhajare, Maanasa Kamalambam Bhajare, Kamalaambam Bhajare, Maanasa Kalpita Maayaa Kaaryam Pujadare, Kamalambam Bhajare, Maanasa Kalpita Maayaa Kaaryam Pujadare, Kamalaambam Bhajare, Kamalaavaani, Sevita Paarshvaam, Kamalaavaani, Sevita Paarshvaam, Kambujaya Greevaam, Nata Devaam, Kambujaya Greevaam, Nata Devaam, Kamalaapura Sadanaam, Mrudu Gadanaam, Kamaneeya Radanaam, Vadanaam, Kamalaapura Sadanaam, Mrudu Gadanaam, Kamaneeya Radanaam, Kamalaavaanam, Kamalaambam Bhajare, Maanasa Kalpita, Maayaa Pujadare Kamalambam Bhajare Sarvaashaa Paripuraka Chakra Parama Shiva Kaaryam Sarvaashaa Paripuraka Chakra Parama Shiva Kaaryam Durvasachita Gupta Yogini Dukkadvam Sini Siddhi Durvasachita Gupta Yogini Dukkadvam Sini Hamsini Nirvana Nijam Sukha Pradayini Nirvana Nijam Sukha Pradayini Nitya Kalyani Katyayani Nitya Kalyani Katyayani Sarvaashaa Madhupa Vijaya Venim Sadguru Guha Janaim Niranjanim Sadguru Guha Janaim Niranjanim Garbita Bhandasura Banjanim Kamakarshim Yadirajanim Garbita Bhandasura Banjanim Kamakarshim Yadirajanim Nirvishesha Chaitanya Rupinim Uditatvadi Swarupinim Nirvishesha Chaitanya Rupinim Uditatvadi Swarupinim Kamalaambam Bhajare Maanasa Kalpita Maayaa Bhajare. So that's it. And I hope you would have enjoyed this beautiful composition in a fantastic ragam called Kalyani. And of course, many of us might know Muthuswamy Dikshatar's format of Kriti itself is slightly different. So we have a Durita Kalam, a Madhyama Kalam, which is called in both the Anupallavis and the Charanams of almost all of Muthuswamy Dikshatar's compositions. And of course, his mudra is Guru Guha. So we will find the Guru Guha in most of his compositions, coming somewhere either in the Pallavi, Anupallavi, or in the Charanam. Either of these two, these three places. Just like how Tyagaraja Swami puts Tyagaraja and Shyama Shastri puts Shyama Krishna Shodhari, right? So Muthuswamy Dikshatar also has his mudra. So that's it for today. And I hope you would have enjoyed this beautiful composition. Till we meet in the next episode, this is it from Dr. Jeayaram Subramanian. And if you like the content of whatever is being posted in this YouTube channel, please like and subscribe to the same. Thank you. Namaste.